We were pumped, my brother Billy and me out in the woods. Dad let us borrow his rifles, said we were old enough for our first solo hunt. We walked for what felt like hours. The woods were alive with sounds. But no deer, not yet. We decided to split up, cover more ground that way. Billy went left, I went right. Sun was starting to set, casting long shadows through the trees. Made everything feel spooky. Then I heard it, a low growl, deep in the woods. My heart pounded in my chest. Adrenaline surged through me. I clutched my rifle tight, took a deep breath and crept forward. The growl came again, louder this time. Something big was out there, something angry. The hair on the back of my neck stood on end. I was both terrified and strangely excited. This was it, my first kill. The growls got closer, accompanied by a new sound. Heavy footsteps, the ground vibrated beneath my feet. Then I saw it, a tree shaking violently, like something enormous was trying to rip it out of the ground. I raised my rifle, finger on the trigger. Fear turned my blood to ice. I'd never seen anything so powerful. Whatever was shaking that tree was unlike anything I'd ever imagined. My breath caught in my throat. I couldn't make a sound, couldn't even move. I was paralyzed with fear. The tree snapped, a deafening crack echoed through the woods. I finally found my voice. I yelled for Billy, but my voice was drowned out by the sound of crashing branches, and a deafening roar that sent shivers down my spine. This was no ordinary animal, this was something monstrous. It emerged from behind the fallen tree, a hulking figure covered in thick matted hair. It stood over 8 feet tall, muscles rippled beneath its greasy hide. Its eyes, glowing red in the fading light, fixed on me. Sharp teeth bared in a snarl dripped with saliva. The stench that rolled off it was unbearable, a mix of rotten meat and something musky, like a skunk that had been dead for weeks. It took a step towards me. Long, clawed fingers raked the ground, leaving deep gouges in the soft earth. I finally snapped out of my trance. This was it, fight or flight, and something told me running wouldn't do any good. I aimed my rifle at the creature's chest. My finger trembled on the trigger. "Get back!" I yelled. My voice sounded small and pathetic, but it was all I had. The creature didn't even flinch. It just kept coming, closer and closer. I had no choice. I squeezed the trigger. The gunshot echoed through the woods. The creature roared, a sound of pure rage and agony. It stumbled back, clutching its chest, but it didn't fall. The bullet had hit its mark. I could see the blood, but it didn't seem to have any effect. It was like shooting a fly with a BB gun. A momentary annoyance, nothing more. It charged, faster than I thought possible for something so large. I barely had time to register what was happening before it slammed into me. The force of the blow knocked me off my feet. I landed hard on my back. The wind knocked out of me. I gasped for air. My rifle clattered away into the undergrowth. I looked up to see the creature looming over me. Its hot, fetid breath washed over me. Its eyes burned into mine. I closed my eyes and braced myself for the end, but it never came. I heard a yell. Billy, he must have heard the gunshot. The creature turned its head towards the sound, giving me the opportunity I needed. I scrambled to my feet and ran. We didn't stop running until we reached the edge of the woods, leaving our rifles and everything else behind. We didn't look back, didn't dare to. We didn't speak of what we saw that night. Not to each other, not to anyone. But I'll never forget it. The terror, the awe, the feeling of being utterly insignificant in the face of something so primal, something so powerful, something so utterly impossible.